Hi, guys.
Hey, everyone.
Hey.
Have you noticed anything really cool and awesome on our feet? Anyone?
Anyone? You guys think these are great?
They are great.
Yeah, they just showed up at our doorstep.
Yeah, we saw them. We really wanted them. And all of a sudden they were like at our door this morning, which is crazy. I mean, y'all know we're woo-woo Barbie. So it's like the manifestation is real.
Yeah. And, you know, maybe if we just like grab hands, Maya, we can manifest Jeremy Scott to come to the
Maybe
studio.
we can.
Just maybe, if we hope really hard, Jeremy Scott will walk through the door.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, we have a seat for you if you'd like to take one. Yes. Come on in. Sit on down.
If we just click our heels.
Right. I'm like, well, we can talk about that later, girl, because there's things to talk about. Hi.
Hey,
Hi. What's up? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh my god, thank you for being here, guys. We have an
This is our camera for
icon.
ya.
No, like I'm like I don't know what we did. I don't know how we crossed paths, girl. Like shout out Ugg, seriously. But
Shout out
like,
Ugg.
oh my god, it is like an honor. Like literally, I would bow if I was standing up. It's good to
love
see
you so much.
Thank you for coming
Thank
through.
you so much for coming.
And like you guys might be wondering like how the hell
I don't know.
how the hell did we get here? You know what I mean? And we met on the Mexico trip.
Yeah, we met. Ugg did a design trip, invited like so many awesome like people, and obviously you were there.
Well, you were the head.
You
like,
were
really.
you were our
the
fearless
whole-
leader.
Yes. You were the whole reason that be. Seriously, because I'm like, well, and wake these up. And wake these up. Is it
Yes.
crazy to see these shoes like
They look so good on you guys.
Thank you.
like stop? Well, thank you. Thank you for making them and for thinking.
Yeah, thank you for making
Thank
them.
you for thinking of them. Like we're literally talking to the wizard for real.
Yeah,
Like actually,
we are. We
actually,
are.
and it's an honor to have you here. So thank you
I'm
for
so
being
happy
here.
to be
Yes.
here.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have so much fun.
Right. And I'm like, we have to start with the Mexico trip because, well, also you had like a whole other separate adventure it was giving. Like you saw some other things
Oh,
that we
yeah.
didn't see. How did you like the trip?
I loved it. I love Mexico City. I
Right.
love Mexico. I love the
Yes.
people. I
Right.
love the youth culture. Didn't you just feel like it was just popping off there? And there's so much potential. And I just love it. I love it. I get the excitement of why people are moving there from America, especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yes, I went on another little architectural journey.
Right.
Because I'm a huge architectural fan.
Right.
And so I wanted to kind of see some things that weren't on our schedule.
Of course.
So,
Right. We did have a tight sketch.
yeah.
It was tight.
We were running around. Did you? Well, and we, you know what I mean? Like we got
Yeah.
sick, but that's
and
a whole other thing.
I did get food poisoning.
we
but
barely
that's
made it
on
through
me.
the end.
It's not in Mexico. I would take so much more food poisoning if it meant I could go. Oh, I mean, Mexico was like bomb.
Yeah, it was
bomb.com.
everything. It was gorgeous.
Trooper. I love that you just said I would take so much more stomach
yes.
pain
Well,
Yeah.
yes.
for this. Yeah,
Yes.
unfortunately, I did get sick too. And
Right.
I unfortunately get sick every time I go to Mexico City.
Yeah.
And that's really the only downfall
Yeah.
Yeah.
for it. I'm already a fragile eater,
Right.
vegetarian, vegan cusp. So it's,
Yeah.
already something that's a little more dicey
Yeah.
Right.
in that way.
Right.
So I'm very subjective about what I can eat.
Yeah. And that's so real.
Well, it is really hard, and also, yeah, it's just like kind of like infrastructure wise, it is like you can do your best to have like bottled water as much as possible, but like even when you're in the like, it's just
Well, we
like,
were throwing caution to the wind.
Well,
And
when
we can be
you
honest about that.
Love an iced matcha.
thank you guys.
Then my ice cubes don't grow on trees.
No, they don't. And wake that up.
Well, and that's where we got our dumbasses literally thought we ate. We thought
Well, and we ate. Yes, we ate a lot.
we ate.
Yes, and we drank. Yeah.
But everyone was like, yeah, like stick to bottled water, like whatever. And I was like, okay, period. But we would have ice.
Well, the
drinks.
iced coffee every single day.
Yeah.
3 iced coffees a day, and honestly, an iced water. Because at that point, I was like, well, it's going to do it. And it did.
Yeah.
And it did do its
Yeah.
thing. So we learned. We learned something on that trip, and that's okay. But we had a great time.
Yeah.
And we met you. So I'm like,
Yeah.
period.
Which
Like,
was
honestly,
everything was so special.
the key. And we met right before your birthday on the Lionsgate portal. powerful.
Yep.
Cause wake that up.
Yes, Leo power.
Right. No, in the
you.
Leo of it all, you really do serve Leo. Like you
Serve
kind of
Leo
are giving like
realness.
biblically accurate Leo. You know what I mean? If we want to be honest about it. Do you believe in the astrology?
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. I mean, especially once you even try to get into all the like rising and cusp and the way you're presenting, and because in one way I don't think of myself as super Leo actually. And you know, to me, the ultimate Leo is Madonna. And I've had lots of Leo discussions with her, and she's taught me a lot about being a Leo, frankly.
Right.
She is the queen mother.
Mother.
She is mother.
You know, so
She's
it's
mother.
like, and I've told her, you know, I feel like I lack, I call it a gene, I don't know the right term, but like a zodiac gene to be the type of Leo she is that does want to dance around their underpants in front of everybody.
Well, and that's what I was gonna say, because I'm like, my roommate's a triple Leo.
Wow.
And so she be
The Leo Supreme.
I'm the Leo,
Leo Supreme.
And I'm like, put her up, disco ball. Like that is the diva. You know what I mean? Whereas I'm like, I do feel like there is a sense of like, you know, like you really think to the room, and
Right.
like about everyone else, and like,
Right,
that's
because
no
what's
shade
your
to,
big
like-
three?
Isn't it Cancer and Sagittarius? Wait, I have it on my phone.
Because I'm like, see how it all balances out. Because when you have the triple Leo, it's like, girl, like it's just Leo.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and I'm just like, I feel like when we had first met you, you were so like
Demurtsy.
yeah,
It
demurtsy.
was giving demurtsy.
I haven't heard that word, but I love it. Demurtsy.
Well,
Talk to ChatGPT about it.
I'm like,
No, unfortunately, that was human made.
Okay. So yeah, I am Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer. I was right. So it's Moon is Sagittarius, Mercury is Cancer. Isn't that the way we do the big three? Or no?
The rising. The rising is the third.
Here's my whole set.
Girl, and I'm like,
Thank
right.
you.
Well, see, because you have like the kind of chart where I'm like, girl, let's get an expert in here, like literally.
Yeah.
Right. The moon being in Sag though is so T, and then the Cancer, right? Oh my God, sorry, I'm like me, like
Yeah.
reading your whole life. I'm
I
like,
have
right.
no Scorpio.
Really.
Yeah, like when
I have a
everything's been
Scorpio
going
moon.
on right now with Scorpio, I'm just like,
Oh, yeah.
well, I feel left out.
Well, honestly, I'm glad because I'm like, I've literally been like, but it's okay. It's okay.
Cancer rising, Leo. Okay.
Yeah.
There's where you see the softness.
You have
Yeah,
balance.
well, and that's what I was
right.
gonna say. I'm like, I definitely think that the Cancer, like rising,
Yes.
how you present yourself is, yeah, I definitely think that's like the emotional nature of
Right.
things
And the
like,
fluidity of it all.
Yeah, because I felt like when we sat next to you at dinner in Mexico,
Right.
and we had this like amazing conversation, and I
The
was
key.
like, how did we have we just met like one of the most iconic people in the world, period, end of story.
End of story.
And then we had like the most beautiful conversation, and I was like, you are like the kindest soul,
Yeah,
genuinely,
for real.
And I'm like, and you have every reason technically not to be.
Yeah, no, you know what I mean?
Because you are like so like icon level, like realness, like genuinely.
Yeah, like culture maker.
Culture maker,
Thanks.
truly.
Do you feel like that?
No, I mean, goosebumps just hearing you say these things. It's so sweet,
OMG.
honestly. You know, I always say to people for a long time, like, you know, when I'm gone from this earth, of course, I would love for people to think I was a great designer, but the most important thing is I want people to think I was a really great person, and that they experience, those who experienced me
Yeah.
were like left with a great feeling, and that they felt good, and that they cherished that time that we had together on this earth, because to me that is more important than this idea of a legacy of my design, even though I'm passionate about what I do, and not to
Yeah.
discredit it, but the most important thing is hopefully that I, as a human, made a difference to
Yeah.
people and made people feel good, and that they have these wonderful memories like you're sharing. It's just so sweet, and that makes me happy,
Well,
because
you're
that's what
definitely doing it.
That's what I want out of
Yeah,
life.
you're
you know?
definitely like, yes, the impression
Yes.
was left. Well, I mean, we're just two random girls, but you know what I mean? Like, the impression was there.
Truly.
And that's so real.
Have you always like felt that way, like before, like you've always just wanted to leave that kind of impression on
I
people?
mean, I'm trying to think if I don't know if I thought about this as like a teenager, because that
Right.
seems like probably
Right.
too
Before
bold
you
of a
have
thought.
that, yeah.
To be really honest with you, at that point, yeah, I just wanted to like make things and connect with people. And then I think it's after getting the connection and having that through my work, that was then established. Then I realized really ultimately was this. And, you know, I've seen a lot of people in my job title who I've thought were amazing, iconic, you know, like Carl, for instance. I had a real great friendship with Carl, spent a lot of time with him. and then I would think, I don't know if you're really happy. And I was like, I don't want to be not happy. I don't want to be
Yeah.
jealous, bitter. I don't want to be like in my 80s feeling bitter about someone new coming up or something like that. And I was like, I'd rather invest in human power.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Love and all of this, and
Yeah.
and make sure that that's not something, you know, that the time that my family has with me, and you know, 'cause I'm the youngest, so
Oh,
yeah, I'm the baby by 10 years, so it's kind of just
wow.
thinking like, you know, they're all obviously older,
Yeah.
and just the nature of life and how. So I want to make sure that those relationships are wonderful and good and not estranged. And
yeah.
So
No, that's so real.
Well, yeah.
No, and no, you first. And I'm like, us chomping at the bit, like, and then it's like, and then I'm like, you.
No, but I completely agree with that because I feel like, you know, just especially in the industry of
Yeah.
anything like entertainment, art, like there's no goalposts. Like there's no rule book. There's no one who will tell you like this defines success. This is like what makes you happy. Or you define happiness yourself at the end of the day. And I feel like it's like so empowering to hear that, like that you carry that mindset. Because I feel like it is so easy to be like, well, technically I could do more and like it could.
Yeah.
It's just like this never ending, the hamster wheel.
Yeah, 100%.
and to that point, I mean, I truly firmly believe success is happiness, and that is from doing what you love, doing what makes you feel good, and what you're feeling like is like, you know, in the energy back from the universe. You know what I mean, and what you put out and what you give, and all of that. So, for me, fashion's always been about connecting with people, and that's
Yeah.
why I love doing things like projects with Uggs, where it's like, oh, I can pour my creativity into this thing that maybe people who don't even like the things I normally do like that, or someone who wouldn't normally wear what I do, even if they liked it, whether it was price point or the cut or the style of it, then they're like, oh, I can do this. That's why I've done baby strollers and cars, and
Right.
things like that, because I love the idea that these things can become memories.
Yeah.
Also, like a little baby in their picture in that baby stroller,
Oh, yeah.
and then they grow up, and then they show it to their future wife, and then they're like, she's like, what was that stroller? And he's like, that's a Jeremy Scott stroller I was in when I was a little baby.
Wake it up.
And then I'm a part of their life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And being the part of the fabric of people's lives, that's really been my goal in a way. So I feel like I've come at fashion in a very different way than
Yeah.
a lot of my contemporaries.
Yeah.
I'm kind of have a different way, because it really to me is communication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm like me tearing up. Like, girl, it's retrograde. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm having like the Scorpio moon. I'm like, that's so beautiful. Wow. No, but that's so real. And that's why I feel like I wonder kind of how it feels to you as like a human to be this almost like larger than life. Like, it's like when somebody calls you an icon or that's bestowed upon you, it's like, do you feel that? Like, does that really feel in your body? Or is it just like, well, girl, you know, I'm just, I'm just doing my thing. You know
Don't
what I mean?
think I think about it that much, because I think I'm a very normal person, and
Yeah.
I live a very normal kind of existence.
Right.
In you know,
In the sense that like,
yes, you know what I mean. I drove myself here. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I
yeah,
don't,
of course, of
you know,
course.
for LA standards.
Oh,
And I'm sure you've seen, girl, I'm sure you've seen it all. Like,
you know,
literally.
So it's just kind of like, you know, I mean, I grew up on a farm. You know what I mean? I don't forget that or lose that, and I cherish it. I mean, there's moments when, yeah, you're like walking out of the hotel going to the Met Gala and everyone's screaming your name, and,
Right,
like,
as they
freaking
should,
out, and
as
you're
they
like,
should.
oh shit. Okay, like,
Wait, Pete. You're
Oh,
like, wait,
you-
Pete.
oh,
okay,
right.
period.
you know, but it's also like, yeah, I mean, we all still, you know, put our pants on one leg at a time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that old out
totally.
analogy. It's kind of like, you know, I am also just a person.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean,
Well, and too,
100%.
like I feel very well in ways similarly to like
Like when we go to the Met and like when they're straight, it's just like, guys, like stop.
well, please wait. First of all, you all just made history by electing the first Muslim mayor. I mean, everyone knows it's from this podcast
Well,
that did the difference. So wait, we want to talk about something major.
well,
There
I'm
you
like,
go.
we were honored. We were on like
I was gagged.
we were gagged. We were gagged, like really, because it is like one of those things where I don't know. It's crazy to it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Like when you reached out, we were like, girl, what? Like,
You're
us? Like, okay,
okay.
yes.
Yeah.
We're like, well, yes, of course. Like,
Spill
yeah.
tea.
Right. Come here. Yeah,
Oh, no,
come here. Spill some
I
tea.
love the bitter comments. They don't even live in New York.
Right.
And don't. And don't. See,
and
'cause we're
don't.
thinking, listen, in New York, y'all know this. We're thinking about our divas.
We're thinking, because we have, I will say, I don't even think online my biggest audience is LA. It technically is New York.
Wake that up.
So I think by like 1%.
No, and real.
But I was just like thinking, I'm like, well, we have like, you know, our divas get down with us all across the globe.
Well,
so-
yeah. And I mean, it's like, what? First of all, it's like an honor. But I think when it comes to things like that, especially like we are, and I don't know, I don't even want to self-proclaim this, but like I think it's true that like we are very like active in things like that. Like the opportunity to kind of just say like, oh, yes, guys, like it's time to vote, like all these things. Like it's like, what is that? Kind of like when you weigh it out between like what it would, you know, the effort that we might put into it versus like what it could do. It's like, girl, it's like,
It's nothing.
are
for
you
us,
kidding me?
yeah.
Like, yeah, come here. Like, we're
Come
honored
here.
even to just
Yeah.
talk to our king. Like, literally, I was like, us? Like, yeah,
Us,
sure. But then
right.
on top of that, it's like, girl, yeah, we don't live in New York. But if that means that like 5 more people would like vote, girl, like, are
hell
you
the
kidding me?
hell,
Like,
the hell
yes, I will
yeah.
go to New York, really. Like,
Yes.
if you would have put us on a red eye, we would have gone. Like,
No,
for sure.
genuinely, straight up.
You
Because
know,
I'm like, yeah, those things are like so important to us. And what I was kind of like getting at is like, well, similarly in the sense that I
Right.
grew up in Arizona
Right.
and like there was like nada.
yeah.
Like in terms of like culture, like creative inspiration, or like the creative spaces were so small.
Mhm.
Specifically in the suburb that I grew up in, like I don't know, like I definitely always kind of felt like this calling to like go to like the bigger like metro cities
Yeah,
to like be a
totally.
part of like, you know, where culture's being built.
Totally.
Or just like honestly what I wanted was like better understanding, because I felt like just really misunderstood growing up. And I'm just like, did you feel that call like when you were growing up? You were
Oh,
like,
my
get
God.
me out of here ASAP. Was that the tea?
I think I moved out of home around 13
Mm.
mentally.
Right.
Right.
Physically, I was
whoa.
there till 18.
Yeah.
Right.
But I was like, gots to go.
Yes.
There's
Stop.
nothing happening I was Kansas City, Missouri.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you, kid.
And I do love and cherish Kansas City, and I have a different relationship with it now
Yeah.
as an adult. But
For sure.
we're also talking about, because I am older, that there was no that internet, that
Yeah.
thing,
Right, I was
this
gonna
way that people
say.
could connect in a way, and so I was really a fish out of water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey guys, we want to take a break to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Curlsmith. Now, I've said it once, I'll say it again, guys. You know, I used to pull my hair back every single day. I was serving straightener warrior. Like before I knew how to take care of my curls, girl, she was in a bun. All right. But then I found Curlsmith and it honestly changed everything. It was the first time a brand really understood not just my curls, but my whole curl journey.
Curlsmith creates products that actually meet your hair where it's at, whether you need hydration, frizz control, volume, or that amazing definition. They spoke to their community, and 95% of curlies said they're happier with their curls after using Curlsmith. I can honestly say I'm one of them.
I've been loving the Weightless Air Dried Cream. Y'all already know it hydrates without weighing my hair down. It is my go-to because it leaves my curls soft and bouncy and absorbs fast without the sticky residue. I can't with the sticky residue. She is the perfect everyday styler.
If you're ready to embrace your natural curls, it's time to join the Curlsmith community. At Curlsmith, we're celebrating curls, and we know it's a curls world. Find your curl confidence and take the curl quiz at curlsmith.com to get 10% off your first purchase, or shop Curlsmith now at Ulta Beauty. Hey guys, we want to take a quick break to thank a sponsor of today's podcast, Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain, showcase your offerings with a professional website, grow your brand, and get paid all in one place.
Squarespace gives you everything you need to offer services and get paid. From consultations to events and experiences, showcase your offerings with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business. Get paid on time with professional, on-brand invoices and online payments. Plus, streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools.
Squarespace also helps you get discovered fast with integrated SEO tools. Every website is optimized to be indexed with meta descriptions and an auto-generated sitemap and more, so you show up more often on search engines and bring in more of your ideal customers. Plus, you can showcase your expertise and engage clients with video content on your website.
Upload and organize your videos, create stunning video libraries, and even monetize your content content by adding a paywall. Perfect for online courses, exclusive tutorials, and premium workshops. Head to squarespace.com/upstairs for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code upstairs to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain.
With like only a couple of friends that kind of understood me, no real certainty of anything else in miles and miles and miles and miles.
Totally.
And grew up very rural, especially too, until I went to high schools. Kansas City was born, but I was in rural Missouri for all the like K through junior high and then high school.
So like,
which was great. Better that I came back in those, because I think that's where a lot of, especially misunderstood people, turn to like bad drug use or alcohol or something, because it's like trying to figure out how to deal with being so different when people don't accept it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had a burning inside me that was stronger than where I was from, and I knew I needed to leave. And so I just started trying to do everything I could to educate myself. Like I was studying Japanese at night at college, wasn't in high school. I was taking French college courses. And I went and saw every old movie that was because there used to be a lot of old like run theaters where you could see all the classic black and white films and anything, whatever it was, I went and saw it. I was just like, okay, I should see this. Learned every music genre that had come up before, through all the, 50s, 60s. I knew all the teeny bopper 60s, then the more like, political 60s, and then all the way up. I just tried to devour all of culture. Because I was like, the best thing I can do is like store this information now, because I'm going to have to go out in the world and get away from all these people. And it's going to be the thing that'll help benefit me the most.
Wow.
No, to be like a student of things.
100%.
And I'm like,
that's so real.
Good.
No, I'm literally like, that is so real.
Where was the first place that you went when you were 18? Like, what was your like first opportunity to like leave the nest? Or did you just were like, F it, I'm
out.
Well, I did. At 14, I went and lived in Japan.
Thank you.
Was it 14? 15. It was around there. I lived in Fukuoka for about 3 months.
Oh my God, yeah.
And actually in Kyushu, so if people know, it's like that's a really small town.
Yeah.
Fukuoka is a big town with a big airport, even though it's not like most people who don't know Japan don't know much about it. But it is actually a large city. I wasn't really in Fukuoka. I was in Kyushu. So, Chisai Machiwa.
Thank you.
And so like I was experiencing a very different culture. And again, before there was, translated on my phone. Or,
your
earbuds just told me what you said.
Right.
It was like,
I'm
hungry. I don't eat fish, seafood, meat.
Right.
How do I navigate this? It was like and it's a way to learn a language.
Yeah,
for sure. Like
sink
really,
or swim.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, exactly. The old school way.
Yeah.
And so that was probably the first experience. And then I think there used to be like really inexpensive tickets from Kansas City to Chicago, which at that time Chicago seemed like a really big town. I realized later it's just a bigger Kansas City. It's like the same mentality, more buildings. It's not like New York. When I finally got to New York at 18, that was like, oh, okay, the switch happened.
Like,
totally.
Like literally walking down the street and people would stop me and be like, oh, I loved what you're wearing and things. It was the first time I had any compliments really, because I was always treated like a pariah for the way I dressed and the way I looked and the choices I made. Even just I was very skinny naturally, and then people would make fun of me for being skinny, and then people on the street would like literally like, I love your body. I mean, which sounds a little aggressive today's terms, but like but it was just like it just felt good.
Yeah, it went against like the status quo. Like you're like, wait, I'm T here.
Like,
I'm a New York 10. I'm a New York 10. Thank God.
And so then I was like, okay, I fit in somewhere, and that was really profound. It was so needed and necessary. And that's kind of Then I went to school, went to Pratt Institute. Did my 4 years in 3 years, because I had already taken so much college, because I was saying all the time while I was in high school to try to just get out of town.
Wow.
And then I moved to Paris 3 months after graduating.
Iconic. And how was your time? Like,
you know what? It was amazing and rough. I was homeless for the first, I don't know, 3 months.
Mm.
And there was times that like, yeah, there's a lot of times people let me stay on a couch.
Right.
Yeah.
I learned so many different neighborhoods walking around.
Yeah.
People were super generous and open, like just met me at a club and were like, oh yeah, like I'm going out of town. You can stay in my house for 4 days or,
Wow.
you know, or, oh, come stay tonight on the couch and no problem. And then there was sometimes I slept in the metro and had to do like
Mhm.
that genre of it.
Mhm.
You know, and not pleasant being like woken up by like police officer,
Right.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
you being told you can't sleep here and you're like frightened
Yeah.
about it. And then luckily I was able to get into an apartment like right like a week before I had made myself a like kind of like a, you know, what's the word? Like this is what's got to happen. If you can't find an apartment
Mhm.
before Christmas when I had to fly back home,
Mhm.
then you
it's
can't come back.
wrapped.
You
Yeah.
can't come back. You
and
can't
that's
come
real.
back and have suitcases, you know, of stuff stored at different people's cov, which is like the
Right.
basement
Mhm.
and things. And you can't just be living this life.
Mhm.
So in a week before, I was able to get an apartment subletting from someone
Hell
on the very edge of town.
Yeah.
Really like just like still in Paris, but like put your foot out the door one further. You're like in the suburbs. And I was like, okay, I get to come back.
yeah.
Yeah.
What started my career.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow.
And I mean, that's like that scrappy ass, like the hustle of that is so fucking real.
Yeah, seriously. Do you feel like you have like different relationships to these places like now? Like has Paris kind of like changed now and then, or even like I'm curious about LA, like
Yeah.
coming to Los Angeles and kind of like this iconic era of like fashion and even just like, you know, growing up, I feel like pop culture and like art. Do you feel like it's changed now? Like
Oh,
what's I mean, I'm sure it's changed,
Yeah.
but
yeah, both. I mean, first of all, like the Paris thing was, you know, it was wild that I kind of came there on my own volition and ended up making a career for myself.
Mhm.
Did you have a setup? Sorry, not to cut you off. You just were like Paris.
I had 1 week. I had 1 week of an apartment the first week I got there because I had met someone doing an internship at the same place I was doing an internship
Okay.
in New York.
Mhm.
And he was like, "Oh, my lease has still 1 week. You can stay." It was maybe not even a full week. It was like 6 days or
Yeah.
4 days. And so I had a place to go from the airplane
Yeah.
to an apartment for those few days, and then that was evaporated. And then after that, I was free form until
Yeah.
that point. And then it was like, then it was just like kind of sink or swim. I remember I was sleeping on the floor of that intern when he came back later. Like at one point, I had no place to stay, and Alex was like, "You can stay, you know, at the floor of my bed." And so
Real.
I was sleeping on the floor, and I was complaining, I suppose, about like I couldn't get an internship, I couldn't get a job. I just wanted to be a part of things. That's all I was really coming. I wasn't coming there to start a career. I was
Yeah,
coming there
yeah,
to
yeah.
like learn, pick a pin off the floor of
Right.
some thrilling designer to me, you know.
Yeah.
And he was like, he was very French, and he was like, "If you're so good, then why don't you just do it yourself?" And I thought, "Fuck you, Frenchie, I will. I will."
You're like,
yeah.
it's on, bitch.
Oh yeah.
No, it's on.
Oh yeah, you want to act like that about it? And then I was like, okay. And so I just decided I'm going to make my own fashion show.
Yeah.
And it was like from going out at night and in clubs, like I met people, and you know, the promoters were like, "Oh, I can find a space anywhere in Paris." Like, you know, like
Yeah.
yeah, you should. Like, I love what you're wearing. You made that? Oh, cool. Yeah, like you should do a show. And then people I'd hung out at some of the parties were like artists, and one girl had all the neon lights, and she was like, "I'm doing light installation, but I can lend them for your show so we could light the venue."
Right.
You know what I mean? It was like, then some people who I was like, "Oh my God, I would love for you to model on my show." And then, you know, it was just like that. Somebody, I think everyone I met through like club life.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Well,
Well, that's
know?
the magic, really.
Yeah.
Because that's still how I feel like. I mean, I and like a lot of our friends kind of like find ourselves in these projects is genuinely like
how I met
that's how we
Maya.
met.
We
Girl
met-
outside the club.
We went out at the club, girl.
Girl outside- and we don't even club. That's the craziest part.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? That one fateful night. But
No,
genuinely.
truly. But and that's what's like so inspiring about like these spaces with like other artists is like everyone knows
Yeah.
like it's, you know, it's like that gap between like your dream and the reality of it. And it's like everyone who comes in the middle to like fill that gap in between. And it's like, even now when like any of our friends are like, hey, we have something going on, we're like talking about it on the show. Like if someone, because I'm just like, we know what it's like to be out there and like everyone just hold your hand and be like, girl, let's fucking get it done.
Community is like, and I'm like, y'all know this speech is tired and played out and corny at this point, but like community is like everything. And it is kind of like those glimpses of like, it's so funny. I think about all my friends, like all of my friends were all artists and all these things. And when I think about where we met, I'm like, oh girl, what the hell? Like that was so random. Like just this random spot. And now we have like projects together, like memories or like this or like all of these things where it's like, wow, yeah, it really is just kind of like somebody who sees you and is like, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like what you're doing
And
there.
they get behind you.
And they get behind you. That's like the magic. That's awesome. And then of course you did the show.
Yeah, I had a show and it just went gangbusters, and you know, people were paying attention. And, and I was making a brouhaha, and you know, I was like this little like American kid in Paris in a very established old world time. Fashion wasn't so youthful at that moment. People don't, you have to contextualize it. I think it's very youthful now again. There's lots of young designers and things. It was like establishment. And that was it. You know, it was like old men looking like bankers wearing suits, that not like punky little kid riding BMX bikes like I was, you know, to my venue, you know. So yeah, it was a revolution. And really kind of startled the establishment of Paris in that sense.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, because you're kind of like, well, not to speak on your art, you know what I mean? This is the perception of it all, but you do have this very kind of like beautiful, loud, like eccentric style. Do you feel like you had to kind of continuously like back that up? Like I think, and I asked that because the context, I guess, being like, you know, both of us being creatives in like our own ways and like being artists, it's like sometimes I think when you have a like vision or a look to your work that's kind of outside of what's already established, it is kind of difficult to sometimes, I don't know, like not stand behind your work because you're always there, but I guess there's this feeling of like, oh, okay, this is what works and like this is what I look like, so like how do we kind of like mend these worlds? How do I like show up in these spaces? Did you feel like you had that?
I don't think I've ever thought about this ever before in my life.
And you ate that. And you ate that.
What the fuck is she saying? Like,
and you ate that. Because I think it's like, and maybe it's a testament to kind of like the art world that we live in now too, where it is kind of like there are these just like kind of things that be like these like looks that be these kind of like ways that are
like you do like one thing and it like pops you off, and then you're like, okay, well I need to keep doing this one thing because it like popped me off, and then you never kind of trickle into anything that like goes against what you're known for.
Or it's like scary, I think too, like I think it's scary to have kind of like sometimes like a voice or an idea or a vision that you don't already see like represented. Like it kind of feels like you're stepping into this like, ooh, is anyone gonna like see me, like understand me, like, and I guess I just assume that with your work just being so, you have such a specific vision and it's so just kind of like beautiful and almost like out there in some ways that I guess I wonder.
I don't think I had any control over it in that way, and I don't think I had context of it. I think if I'm putting myself back to that moment, like totally understand what you're saying, and I can think about it today, and I understand sometimes I think I know what people want from me. And like, okay, you know, or especially if someone's coming to want to do a collaboration or a thing, I'm like, I get sometimes the essence, or I can kind of see where they're coming from and what notes or what main notes they may pull from me. But for sure not then. And I think one thing that maybe could have been not to my benefit but to my detriment is I actually do move from idea to idea to idea sometimes. What I think is probably too quick. I mean, I don't think it, but looking back, I can see it. Like at the moment, I'm not like, oh, but I was just like, I turned the page, I turned the page, I turned the page, I turned the page. And then there's other things, especially when I think about it in like terms of brands that have like done one logo and then they've carried it for and it's like it's no longer in the show. It just, to me, it's not even relevant. It's like, okay, I mean, you know, like the Bernie Sanders Balenciaga thing went on for
ever.
fuck all. Like, you know what I
Just
mean?
like, girl, like, we got to pack it.
I mean, not to pick on something, but just to
No,
give you
no.
something that's like, okay, really still? Okay, this is still like
Mm-hmm.
viable? You're still selling this? And I'm like, okay, new season, new collection, new idea, new
Yeah.
concept. I've moved.
Yeah.
And that's just my natural nature.
Yeah.
Well, and I
yeah.
think that's a power. Like, I would argue that's kind of where like a lot of artists like want to be. Like, we're kind
Yeah.
of trying to get to this place where we can be kind of so like, you know, I think at the essence, like just throwing things against the wall and like seeing what sticks and like having fun. And like, I think a lot of times it's like getting stuck in the paralysis of like perfection of it all, where it's like, I feel like I should like really sit with this for a second. Like, I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm ready. Like, I think that kind of like moving project to project is like really powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think within like, especially obviously with my collections with Adidas that spanned a lot of time and I could go deeper into like different like generations of the wings and new wings and different colors and ways of doing. So in some ways I was able to do some of that, but in my, let's say, high fashion work, it's always like turn a page. And I was
Yeah.
always
Right.
reacting to myself too. And it's like, if I was very, very colorful, then maybe I would go very dark, you know? And I also wanted to always spin it on people and not give you what you're expecting. It's like spring, summer, and it's going to be bright and cheery. I would,
Yeah.
let me see if I could not do bright and cheery,
Thank
but give you
you.
spring, summer still,
Yeah.
but give you like bright and cheery fall, winter, or, you know what I mean? I would always try, sometimes I would even like, okay, I'm going to have to force myself to go differently in the process of making the collection so that it will alter the result. You know, so I don't just follow the natural flow and instinct of how it comes out. Like, totally try to like left turn, go different, and see how that can alter the process. You know,
Yeah.
even when it's always been very flowing for me, but like when
Yeah.
flowing, but still just how does this alter the end result and what do I create?
Hey guys, we want to take a quick break to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Tinder. When's the last time you had a real crush? I'm talking like check your phone every 3 seconds, getting butterflies in your stomach when you get a Tinder notification from them, and smiling at the first photo that took your breath away kind of crush.
Honestly, I mean, it's the best feeling in the world. Suddenly you're happier, sillier, lighter, even glowing. Life just feels easier and more exciting, and you literally jump out of bed ready to go each day. Even Monday feels kind of fun.
And don't even get me started on if they double text. Instant serotonin. That giddy, euphoric, can't stop smiling, big crush energy. Those crush feelings are happening on Tinder because on Tinder, there's no pressure to take things too seriously.
Just like flirt and vibe with people who actually get you. And next thing you know, Jake Tinder guy is Jake heart emoji in your phone. So get on Tinder. There are so many heart melting, stomach fluttering potential matches out there who can't wait to get giddy when your name pops up on their phone too.
Explore all the possibilities for yourself. Tinder. It starts with a swipe. Download Tinder today.
Creativity is such an amazing, inspiring concept and its own wild bubble of how
Yeah.
it works. And it's like chemicals in our head and like magic. And, you know, because people ask me all the time, like, where do you get your ideas? And it's like,
Right,
how the fuck do you explain that? It's like,
Right.
I am a vessel.
right.
There is something that happens and I receive it. I have to make myself constantly clean and open to receive that so that I get the great fortune to share it with others.
Yeah.
I don't really have control over it.
Yeah.
It is I am just the post office. I'm the vessel. I am just the receiver.
Yeah.
And I am so fortunate to get to be the deliverer
Yeah.
at that same point
Yeah.
to be able to be like claim it.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it's divine inspiration.
yeah.
It's I don't know.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
don't know how it works.
100%.
And
Truly.
it's magic as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, and it is, and it is,
It
and I feel like
is.
when we had a small key about that in Mexico, where I remember you saying that, and like kind of we talked about that sentiment, and like it is like it is magic, and I wonder like, do you think, even though I know you say that it feels kind of like very out of your control, and I think you have this like, you have that like. Like, what would you call that? Like, there is just like a certain like flow that I feel like every time we've talked to you about these things, that you have this like power to just like let it come through you and come out. I wonder if there's like, is there anything that you do to kind of like house that feeling? Or is there any like kind of practices that you have that you're like, this is how I kind of keep it like, in flow? Like, this is how I kind of keep all of these things in order? Or is it genuinely just, you're like, girl,
I think it's pretty genuine. I mean, the thing I try to do is just be happy.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, so
and wake that up.
if it's like going on hikes and
Yeah.
just having some, peaceful time of that, or indulging and watching things I want to watch
Thank
and
you.
wake that
on
up.
TV like a little kid, even if it's till 4 a.m.
Right.
Yes.
Like I
Yes.
try to indulge myself in those things, and just try to stay pure,
Mhm.
and like I said, to hopefully be able to keep the vessel. I mean, I at one point I was doing 6 collections a year, which is a
Wow.
lot, and
Oh my God.
yeah,
Wow.
I had 2 shows for myself and 4 for Moschino, and so I feel like I trained like an Olympic athlete to be
Yeah.
able to do that,
Yeah.
and be able to give that level of output,
Mhm.
and so it's been nice in a way not doing all of that. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes I miss the immediacy of doing a show and that being like my voice in that way, and so
Mhm.
I was in one way talking a lot in that
Yeah,
respect.
totally.
And so now I've kind of quieted down a little bit, doing little project,
Mhm.
and but I've also tried to use this time to spend time with my family.
Yeah.
I'm in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Hear those stories that
Mm.
only they can tell me about
Yeah.
my great grandma, them growing up,
Yeah.
me as a baby, all that stuff that like I don't want to lose it,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
don't want to have ran so fast that I missed it,
Ooh, that's real.
And so I've just really tried to like enjoy life,
Yeah.
enjoy
Yeah.
time with people and time with myself,
Yeah.
and kind of do some dumb things that I want to do, like make some jewelry at my house. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
things that I've never had time for because my life was so wildly structured,
Yes.
Yeah.
schedule wise. With fashion, it's like, it's not like even like, well, like an artist could be like, well, I'm going to move my painting show back a week, or,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right.
Not to be a bitch, show you painter, but like, like I don't have that luxury.
Yeah.
That show, not only is it this schedule because this week is there and this time slot is what you're given.
Mm.
If I go too far without starting my show, people will get up and leave because they have to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only have so much latitude. So I am on like I'm used to a very
Rigorous.
structured.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what people don't know is that the day after the show, I am already turning in sketches for the next.
Right.
So I've already been
Ooh-wee.
thinking about it before you've seen that. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's such a rigorous thing. And then on top of the 6, I was still doing collections with Uggs and
Yeah.
Adidas and baby strollers and cool
Yes,
projects that I thought were
right.
inspiring or fun.
Right.
So I was really busy
Yeah.
in that way. So
Yeah.
I've been just trying to enjoy this because, time isn't infinite. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we only look hot and sexy once.
Right.
Wait,
and
maybe
that is
twice.
the maybe
Hold on, maybe
twice.
At least look hot and sexy in the afterlife.
No, girl.
I
I
hope
guess we'll
so,
find out. I
y'all.
guess we'll find out.
Let me know.
I mean, Jesus did have those abs.
Right.
Wake
Like,
that
is that
up.
what's up in heaven?
He came down tea.
Right.
Body was wine. The
Body was mine. Yes, God. Yes, God.
No, it's just like one can only hope. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, if I'm chopped in heaven.
If I'm chopped in heaven, it's just like, damn it. You know what I'm saying? But that's okay. Hey, that's okay.
Right. I want to ask you because I feel like when we first met, I mean, so many things stood out, and I keep talking about when we first met because it really,
Right, because it really
we
it
like
shaked
talked
us.
about it like after we were
Yes.
like that was like the cool like
Because
lava.
it's an energy thing. Like
Yeah.
I think that is kind of like a huge way that also we just kind of like navigate. Like
Yeah,
when and we told
truly.
you this I think too in Mexico, but we were like, girl, when we key with somebody, like
we keep
it's over. Like
Yeah.
like it's over. I don't know.
No, I was like, because I just felt, I was just like, oh, it's just lovely. Like, I'm just
Yeah,
addicted.
yeah.
I'm addicted to you.
Aw.
But I think also you have just like this almost like certainty and confidence
Mhm.
that you just like carry. And I feel like even when you're like talking about these things, which to
Mhm.
me, like, I think maybe that's something I struggle with. I think everyone does, but like
Yeah.
going out there even like being 18 and like shaking up the fashion world and like kind of turning it upside down and just like doing these like having these career things that like people know you by. And I feel like through that you're speaking with like, yep, I was doing 6 collections. Like I was like getting it all together.
Right.
And how did you like create, did you always have that like just this, like did you have like self-doubt and then you're like, we can't do that, like you know what I mean? Or it's just like, were you always like, I don't have time for self-doubt, like I just feel certain in this?
Right.
I think that I was so blindly focused on the end goal of like, got to get this. It was like burning inside of me. And at that time, I had no self-expression outside of my own body.
Right.
So I was done. I mean, there was like eye makeup into my hairline and, you know, I'd wear like 1800s puff sleeve Victorian jackets with 1980s pants and do these like 80s versus 1980s versus 1880s. I mean, every day was a different theme and collection and idea because I didn't have a fashion show to express myself. So as soon as I did that first one, it was almost like,
yes,
you know, because I was able to start getting those ideas out of my head and off of my body and sharing them with people. Then people could react and then they could start having their own life. So I really I didn't think about, I just like got to do this. Like it was like leap, don't look.
That's so good.
And I think it is important sometimes to leap without looking. It's harder to feel secure about that as you grow older because you know more and you're like, oh, Then it was just like, got to go. I mean, it made no sense. I had really said, other than having like apartment for like 4 or 5 days, I had no connections. I had $100. I had like 2 suitcases full of all my thrift store clothes and the clothes I had made for my student show graduating. And I just, you know, was trying to scurry around hiding things like a little squirrel anywhere I could because I had no home and, you know, like get out there and figure it out. And I do think one of my most important lessons I learned was it's not always plan A, plan B, plan C. Sometimes it's plan XYZ dash 43252 bis 43 dash undercut. You know, it's not always like, oh, because I was just like, that didn't work and this didn't work and this didn't work. And it's like, well, guess what? Keep going. It's going to, you have to keep going. You have to keep going. It's not, you can't always plan it out. I'm going to just make lists all the time, write out things, write things. And so that was my biggest like aha moment was like, oh gosh, like just, those weren't, it wasn't plan A, B, or C or D. Frankly, it was beyond the alphabet.
Well,
Wow.
No, it's so good because I feel like it's so easy now, especially with like, I mean, it was probably different then, but like I feel like with the internet specifically, like you get the instant feedback, the instant thoughts, the instant like, and I feel like we're in this huge like critique culture now too, where everyone has to critique fucking anything. Like, sorry, I say that because it kind of it bothers. It really,
it's rude.
It's so rude. It's so rude. It genuinely bothers me. Maya probably hears me talk about it like 50 times a day, but like I will never understand it. And I feel like it's such a confidence killer to someone who like, you know, put themselves out there creating. It's fragile.
Ideas are like babies. You have to protect them. They are like little embryos. And I learned this the hard way because I remember sharing some collection ideas with my roommate in Paris, and I was so excited to show her, and she was so dismissive, and it was so hurtful. And she was probably like, I don't know, having a bad day, or, you know, something is going on. It wasn't even really about that. I couldn't see that. I could think of it now, but I was, it was like she like stepped on my little embryo. And so I then learned I have to protect this, and I can't share it with just everyone, and I can't talk about it with everyone. It is something I have to, you know, grow it, nurture it, to birth it, to then be able to share it. And I have to protect that. And to your point, it's very difficult to have that and have people do that, especially when you haven't even had a level. It's already hard when you have let's call it a level of establishment
Yeah.
that I would have at this
Yeah.
point in my career.
Totally.
But it's really not right for someone starting out who doesn't have that strength and conviction and even the kind of the kind of reflection to be like, well, okay, whatever. They're just
Yeah.
a hater. And yeah, everyone has a fucking opinion about everything.
Oh my God,
now.
yes.
That like, do you go into a hospital and start telling
Right,
the doctor?
right.
No, I don't think that's an artery that's clogged.
Like-
What the fuck are you talking about?
Thank you.
I mean, I always think it's like fashion's a little different because everyone wears clothes, even if
Right.
you aren't doing fashion. I hope I'm looking at the right fucking camera for
Right.
that.
I'm like right
That's why
there.
I'm right here. Let
'Cause,
them
like,
know.
It is not your biz.
Yeah.
You put on clothes every day. You get dressed to cover your body. That is not the same thing. But y'all up in the biz, trying to like critique and this and that, and blah, blah,
Ooh.
blah, 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 and you don't know fuck all about anything behind the scenes or anything professional about it.
Mm.
And so I have to give a grace and latitude that, okay, well, people think clothes is very personal
Yeah.
Yeah.
because we all wear them, even though there's different motives.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which is the one thing I've never understood because I never understood why people get upset about someone else wearing something that they
Yeah.
don't like or they don't think is gender specific or whatever.
Mhm.
Because I've dealt with that my whole entire life
Yeah.
of wearing, because I've worn every genre of clothes.
Yeah.
If it could fit my body, it was mine. If I
Mhm.
could get it
Right.
on, if it's a baby tee and it went to
Thank
there and that's
you.
the look,
Been there. Yes.
that was the look.
Yes.
So
Right.
it's like it was very democratic, and that's why I love
Mhm.
thrift stores because everything's in there in one roof, so
Yeah.
you just don't know what you're gonna find.
Yeah.
But the outrage that sometimes people would put on me
Yeah.
when I was wearing things that they didn't understand, and it was just like, why do you care? I'm not putting this on you.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like I'm not telling you have to wear it. Why does it? I've never understood that. Just like I don't like your ugly ass clothes.
Thank you.
But I didn't come to tell you nothing. And I don't generally
Right.
really care. To be really
Right.
honest, just for a side fact, I don't really think
Right.
about what people wear. I don't really care about it. I
Wow.
care about what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
I care about what I create.
Yeah.
But I don't actually judge people that way. And I
Yeah.
don't care. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, it's like, that's great for you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. You know? Just like, I want to wear this.
Like, for you.
You can wear that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care.
And like, girl,
Right.
It's like I don't
period.
try to tell people to be a vegetarian.
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
It's your business.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Everyone is
you
your
know,
business.
It's like
100%.
this is my business. I don't want to eat these things. I never ate those things. Like, leave me the fuck alone about it.
Yeah.
But I don't get it. But sorry, we're off track. But
No,
it's
no, no.
very
No,
important
but
what
that's
you're
like-
saying.
that's
Like,
cyclical.
it's-
Yes.
It is
yes.
dangerous. I
Yes.
think it is dangerous.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that is beautiful of social media has been to democratize so much.
Mhm.
Love it and grateful. And great that it did bring more people into fashion. I'm happy
Right.
for people that, who were like, I like this girl who's in Taiwan who dyes her hair herself.
Mhm.
And I like what she chooses. And she's my fashion icon, not Anna Wintour. Great for you.
Period.
Great for you. And I respect it and love it
Mhm.
and wonderful and love that democratization of fashion. But the fact that everyone thinks that they need to tell their opinion on, every damn post or online
Yeah.
about things,
Yes.
and they don't really know. Which, okay, we're going to just go a little bit further.
No.
Because a lot of people don't know
No.
their history and they think the thing they just saw yesterday happened first.
Well,
And it didn't.
And it didn't, honey.
It didn't.
didn't.
It
No,
happened.
wake
It's
that
happened
up.
over and over and over and
Let's
over.
wake it up.
And over and over and over. And
No,
then
wake
the
that
bullshit
up.
people being like, oh, I think it's died off some, but they're like, oh, they've copied, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you don't fucking know your history. This comes from this, comes from this, comes from this, comes from this.
Bro, and the
It's not
Revolution
that.
in France.
No, and the fashion,
like,
the fashion
Yes.
of it all. Yeah.
So it's like some of that gets annoying, but I've tried to block it out because
yeah.
as much as I love the contact with people, at one point you have to protect your sanity.
you do.
No, and that's
know.
that's the realness.
Well,
of that.
I'm
That's the
like-
realness.
And also too, I mean, like even with like our podcast, like I wouldn't say it's like generally your run of the mill,
Yeah.
even like show, you know what I mean? And like I feel like even for us and like Maya too, because I mean like I was doing social media before the podcast, but like you were like doing photography mostly, so like more like behind the scenes
yeah.
things, and then it's like I mean, this has been different. And like, even, people fucking being like picking us apart in ways sometimes and being like, oh, what the fuck are they saying? And like all this shit.
Yeah.
Girl, period. You don't have to even watch. What if I
Yeah.
told you
Yeah.
you could turn it off?
I know. That's why I don't get it.
It's like-
You don't have to tune in.
You don't even have to tune in.
In every sense of the word, from the podcast to my Instagram to the show that I just did. You don't have to. There's what's so amazing. There's so much
Many
out
oth-
there.
oh my
Yeah.
So many avenues, so many possibilities, so many
Oh.
things. Just turn the channel.
Just turn
literally.
the fucking channel. And I'm like, that's the shit that actually has me like, it's like rage bait, but it's not even rage bait anymore. It's just kind of like
Well,
it's wasted time.
Especially because none of the things that we're talking about also really do affect your life. It's not
Yeah.
like politics.
Right.
Now, I do draw a line because that
Yeah.
politics, like getting upset about things that someone else is doing or promoting that can alter humans' lives.
Yes.
That's a no-no.
Yeah,
That's
of
a
course.
you're not going to get away with that.
Hell
You're
no.
not going to like scapegoat trans people
Yeah.
and immigrants and do all these things and try to pull this bullshit and just say whatever the fuck you want
Hell
as
no.
a fact when it's not. Like yesterday, motherfucking Mr. Trump says gas is $2. So guess what? I was like, where the fuck is that $2? Because it's not $2 here in LA.
Oh, baby, ain't never
Hell
been
no.
$2. Baby, ain't never been
I
I don't think it was
$2.
$2 in Kansas City. And I had just been in Kansas City, New York City, drove to Salem, drove to Cushing, Maine. I have gassed up in many different states, places, and cities.
And wake that
I
up.
did not see a $2.
Wake that up.
And I'm like,
Make
so
a
I asked
holla.
Mr. Chat GPT,
Girl.
tell me the TTT. And there is no place in the United States
Right.
currently that there is $2 gas anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere. And I know we all know he says whatever the fuck he wants and he gets away with it, but it's just frustrating.
Yeah, of course.
It's frustrating.
Because it does directly impact people's lives.
Yeah.
It's,
The harm.
girl, that's, you know,
The harm of it all.
the harm.
That's where I'm like, fine, go say what you want, have an opinion because it affects your life.
Yeah.
But the photos you're doing, the like,
Whatever.
the talking you're doing online,
Yeah.
the clothes I'm making, any of it doesn't matter to you. If you don't like it, it don't matter to you.
Just
That's it. That's
don't.
what's so beautiful about it. It doesn't really matter.
Well, that is what's
Right.
beautiful about it for surely.
Well, and I'm like, that's the thing. I'm just like, enough. Aren't
Yeah.
you guys exhausted? Aren't
Oh
you guys?
God.
Well,
Yeah.
I
and
just
then you have a like be kind thing on your fucking
right.
know,
Well,
right.
love,
Yeah.
like,
Jesus, Mary,
It'd be
and
John
Joseph
3:16
in your
in the bio, like, damn
love
it,
my
like, damn it.
ass,
Yeah.
laugh, love.
No, and wake that up.
Please.
hateful as hell.
I don't
You should
know.
honestly hateful as hell in the
Coexist.
bio.
Coexist. No,
Coexist.
be real about it. Be real about it. Be that bitch. Be that bitch. You're gonna be that bitch. Live that life. I will respect that life. Be that bitch. I'm that bitch. Be that bitch.
Period.
Be that bitch in the bio. Like,
Be that
period.
bitch in the bio.
Yes,
Bio.
yes,
That
yes.
needs to be a song.
No,
a rap song.
be that
bitch in the
bitch.
bio.
Be that
Like,
bitch in the
literally.
motherfucking bio, ho.
Fuck, for
And that's
real
as
though.
hell. Do you feel like, okay, and here's my question. This is what I really wonder because I'm like, listen, we Gen Z. So it's like we are simply like little sprout. And y'all be calling us, yes, we're 25, 26. Yes, before we're 26, 27. Oh, see, because now it's awkward. But like, how has it changed? Like, how has culture changed? Like, how has fashion changed to you? Like, are there things that you're like, girl, I can't believe y'all are doing this right now? Like,
Oh no, I'm always like I'm so open. I learned
you
when I was
actually live, laugh,
I
laugh,
learned when I was
that's why.
14. As soon as I threw something away that I thought I was over, I wanted it within a week. So I stopped throwing away any clothes
real.
because I still have things I've worn since I was 14. I have
Yeah.
old pajamas that I love to wear as like pants or shorts. I
Yeah.
mean, like I'm like, it's all very viable. I mean, I've gone through many, many style phases and moments, and it's constant evolution for me. It's just literally, it's like moving even as we're sitting here.
Yeah.
And I'm not even thinking about it.
Yeah.
And that's the infinite possibility. And I
Yeah.
really do subscribe to wear whatever you want, whatever makes you feel good. Then you will look good because you're happy. It's coming from you.
And couldn't agree more with that.
No, 100%. Like, yes. And that's on real live, laugh, love.
No,
for
that's
real.
on real living, laughing, and loving because it's like the more you know yourself and are true to like your style, I'm like, my God.
Yeah.
The amount of things, when I look back in pictures, like from how I've changed and like whatever,
Yeah.
there's some outfits to this day, honey, that I am like, and I will stand next to her.
Oh, 100%.
Every goddamn
100%.
day.
Well, they're all a sign of the times. That's the T too.
Yeah.
Is I'll be looking back like, "Ugh, y'all remember 2016? Like it was a time, huh? We had a
Yeah, and I think that's what I think about when I think about my designs specifically too. I think I might not be in that mood today, but that was the purest form of my expression at that moment.
Yeah.
To the foot on the pedal all the way down.
Yeah.
And it was like, so I respect that, even if that is not my mood and whatever I'm feeling. And
Yeah.
I would look at the same way about any time period I've worn anything.
Yeah.
It was authentic. It was
Mhm.
pure. So I don't think, no, I think, damn, I think also like wear everything you want to wear
Mhm.
when you want to wear it,
Mhm.
because it's like we're always like, oh, our body's not as good or this thing and that thing. Well, it just gets worse. It don't get better. Don't believe that shit they say on the internet.
And why
It gets
is this
better.
the second time we've said this? And it's we literally were like, just kidding, guys.
Well,
No,
It gets different.
it's just different.
It gets different.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm like, I don't know, like, yeah, wear something with your tit out if that's what you want to wear.
Period.
Like, if
Shut
you
up.
feel like you look good and you can pull it off, do it.
Yeah.
Have fun with
if
it,
it's your
because
truth,
it's just going to be probably more difficult for you to feel good about it later. Honestly.
Ooh, and that is actually so real.
So it's just like, I do look forward to being like old, where it's like I don't really give a fuck at all.
Yeah.
Like that's the real beauty and that's
Yeah.
the real tea of
That's
just
always
like
the goal.
don't really fucking care. Like super severely don't care. And I like to feel like I don't care,
Mm-hmm.
but I think there's like the boss level of that eventually
Right.
with age, and age
Yeah.
can only give you that
Mhm.
level of
ID gap.
yes.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't. Get
No, and that's always the goal. You know what I mean? Trying to be 85 like wrong and fuck, damn.
Yeah.
Like for real.
right.
And excited to see that era.
No, right. It's gonna be
Literally,
tea.
It's gonna be tea.
Yes. Yes. Well, I'm like, it's gonna tear.
No, and it's gonna tear. I'm like, and it's
There'll
just
be
crazy.
signs.
Right girl, there will be signs. I'm like, if we still in front of the camera, like it's about to be over for real. Well, and who knows? And who knows? You know what I mean? But that is crazy. And I'm just so curious. Like, I don't know. I just keep coming back to this. I'm so curious about, you've just had so many, like from the outside, you know what I'm saying? Like just so many iconic experiences. And you are such a part of like, it's such an iconic time, like the 2000s,
Aw.
girl. Like if I was literally like 18, the 2000s, girl, you wouldn't. I would have been out there. I would have been out there. You know
In
what I'm
the
saying?
cut.
Like I would have been in the cut, like real bad. But I'm just so curious about like those experiences, like the feeling of that time, like just how that felt, like just how it felt. Because it feels different now, especially, I don't know if you feel like this, but like living in LA, it's like looking at kind of your career and just like the impact you had on culture. And like, even if we want to make it specific to like Los Angeles as a city, it's like, girl, it's different. Nah, it feels like
Different. Yeah.
Well, when I came here, when I decided to move here, which was February 2002 is when I moved here, I remember there was a Vogue dinner in Paris where I'd been living, and I told Anna Wintour, oh, I'm moving to Los Angeles. And she said, no, you mean New York. Literally was her response. I was like, okay, I don't really know how that. I was like, no, I'm moving to Los Angeles. It was such a foreign concept
wow.
Right.
at that time.
Yeah.
Because this is like you have to take people back. This is pre the Olsen twins being like paparazzi catnip. This is pre Paris and Hilton, having the David LaChapelle shoot in Vanity Fair. I mean, it was like Lonnie Anderson was on the cover of every. You don't even know who that is. Lonnie Anderson was like on the cover.
I'm like,
of,
can we pull
of
them up
every
just for
like
the
tabloid? I mean,
the
like
girls.
it was like a different time. Culture was like stuck back
Right.
for
right.
you know what I mean? Like
diva, yes.
and so it's like it was really like the Wild West, but I
Yeah.
was so inspired by Los Angeles and the concept of it.
Yes.
This kind of super Americana
Mm-hmm.
place to me is the like vessel of all that. You drive cars and it's still a very like 1950s American, there's so many of the
So
diners
true,
and the
so
signs.
true,
Yeah.
The aspect
The
of just that car
houses,
culture.
yeah.
And so it was like that was I feel like America's like futuristic zenith idea of like the future, and LA really held on to that. So it was like in a way very suburban, like coming from Kansas City in one way, but then super glamorous, and then it is like every street corner, like something was filmed there in
Yeah.
Hollywood movie at one
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, oh, Marilyn Monroe filmed on this corner. And
Yeah.
there was Elizabeth Taylor right there and all this stuff. And so
Yeah.
it's like total icons and iconic, the iconography of cinema, which has shaped so
Yeah.
much of our concept of
Mhm.
not only Los Angeles, but of being American.
Yeah.
And what
Yeah.
shaped it for the world. I
Yeah.
mean, utterly so much further than anything that fashion had done or
Yeah.
anything like that. It's like, why were people in the 30s wanting to wear like white slip dresses and bleach their hair? It was Jean Harlow. You know,
Yeah.
it wasn't
Mhm.
anything that was going on in Paris Fashion Week.
Mhm.
You know, those worlds now have collided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
That's a whole different subject. But, you know, cinema was such a big part in that being such a natural ingredient of Los Angeles. And I was
Yeah.
so enthralled by all the possibilities. It felt like, for me at that time in Paris, I felt like I had been put in a really pretty little beautiful box,
Mhm.
and the box had been like had a nice beautiful ribbon tied around it, and people were trying to tie that ribbon tight, and I was not ready to be boxed.
Mm.
And I thought, really, like the Wild West, if I come here, I don't think I was thinking I'm going to reinvent myself, but utterly that's what it was. It
Yeah.
could still get out of not being captured as this entity.
Mhm.
And then I just went through another creative transformation and
Mhm.
really got to pull the energies that I think are really mine.
Mhm.
So much of when you start, you are kind of mimicking or reacting to the things that are there or what you've emulated, you know,
Yeah.
as your vocabulary is fully being defined.
Yeah. 100%.
And so I think that way I was able to really have space to bring my own voice.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that was very profound for me. And being outside of the fashion world, which at that time Los Angeles really was, you know, I was the first real designer to move here, you
Mm.
know, and even Hetty used to always be like, "Oh, you're the pioneer," you know, because
Oh,
like I
yeah.
really went and did it when it wasn't.
Yeah.
And, you know, people thought I had like wrecked my career. Like, why'd you leave like the, you know, Paris and you know, you're always with Carl and you know, all these people
Yeah.
talking about Chanel and all this stuff, and it's like, yeah, that's all good and fine, but there was things I needed inside
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
do and
Yeah.
continue to create and to continue to develop as an artist
Yeah.
and as a human and
Mhm.
you can't put a price on that.
You can't
Yeah.
at all.
No, and that's so, I feel like to the kind of question I was asking earlier, way earlier, I'm like, I don't even know how long I'm keying, but the question I was asking earlier of that, I guess that's what I was trying to capture, is that feeling of like, you kind of have this way that's paved already that you're like, well, if I just kind of stay here, like if I did this, like it
Yeah.
kind of guarantees maybe this like success, or like just like there's a better understanding when there's like that playbook. And so I'm really interested and like inspired by that idea
Yeah.
of like, yeah, girl, you know, because if Anna Wintour said New York, I'd be like, girl, and it's New York City. But that
Yeah.
kind of like courage to be like, girl, yeah, like, yes, it's tea, but like there's something bigger. There's something like
Yes.
there that might be unknown. I feel like that's so
I definitely
powerful.
think, though, to what you're saying, if I had stayed in Paris,
Yeah.
I would not
Girl,
have
it
the
would have
career,
been-
and it would have probably
Mhm.
been dark.
Yeah.
Because it was not, I mean, the universe was really literally kicking me out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, like, honestly, like, you know, I'd made the decision, which I've never really talked about this publicly, but
Mm.
like, you know, I was manufacturing my stuff and this guy had been like, oh yeah, like I can help you manufacture. I was like, oh my God, great. Cause like, as if this is like my joy. I'm just want
Right,
to create things.
right.
And so I had come to Los Angeles on a trip for Vogue. Actually, I think it was photographed by Mario Cestino for Vogue. And I was here and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I love it here. I felt very alive and
Yes.
it felt Americana. But then, you know, I'm like hanging out with Kate Moss, you know,
Right,
like
mother.
Mario's like bungalow after the shoot, talking about
Right.
going to Disneyland with her. You know what I mean? It was just
Right.
like,
Like
you know,
mother.
I mean, like,
wow.
I'm just a couple years out of college. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's
yeah.
like, you know, it was like wild,
Mhm.
you know? And so I trusted, you know? And so that person forged my signature on a fax. This is back fax times, to my bank and took all the money that I had and transfer into their account. It's all very clear in Denny. So I come back to Paris and I'm like,
Oh my
go to the bank and I'm
God.
like, what's going on? Like, I don't understand. I don't have any like the funds. And they're like, well, we got this fax. I'm like, I didn't fax you and I've never not come in and talked to you before wiring money and to wire all the money out of the account. This whole thing. The bank was no help. They were like, well, you shouldn't let people forge your signature. I'm like, I didn't let
What?
people forge my signature. I was like, my signature is literally on clothes. Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? Like, and so,
Oh my God.
it became a real big thing. And I tried to like do the legal thing to, you know,
Right.
and it's not so set up as clear as I feel like it is in America.
Yeah.
And then he's like trying to countersue me for then freezing anything else that was coming in. And this was like my breaking point because I'm like, you know, I don't know, 24 years old or something, 25. Like I'm a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I was like, I was so taken advantage of, and then I was put in a horrible spot from somebody that I thought was a friend and
Yeah.
trustworthy,
Yeah.
and I was like, I can't live in this country, because I can't be in a place where I can't understand the rules like this. It's not even about the language. The French was perfect. I understood everything. I wasn't a communication issue. It was a concept
Wow.
issue
Yeah.
that like someone could do this, get away with this. It's all very clear whose account. It's not like a mystery.
Yeah.
And then I have to get a lawyer to try to like balance this out. And I basically had to just wash my hands of it
Wow.
and go
Oh
start
my
over.
God. Yeah.
And so to that point about the universe, you know, then I had nothing. I had no money. And so, and he disrupted then the way the money moves. So like the people that sold the collection weren't getting their commission because he took everything. They sent to my apartment without me knowing, like I was packing, trying to get things going. 2 people knock on the door and it was really early in the morning. I've been packing and I don't know what got into me. I got up out of bed and went and hid in this maze of boxes in my room. Why? I mean, it's like so illogical.
Yeah.
My roommate, who had been naughty to my little sketches, she let them in like a ding dong, and they had guns, and they came traipsing around in trying to find me in the room. They were like trying to shake me down for this money that I didn't have. That wasn't even. Also, the logic of this is even true because those clothes were never going to be. You sold those clothes that aren't going to be going to the stores because this is the end of everything. Because
Right.
so you're actually not out of commission. P.S.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they maybe didn't know this point, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. And they didn't find me, which is great. And I never physically saw them. I heard them in the room, and then they left. And then she was like, "What? They had guns. Like, what the fuck?" And my point is, like, the universe will literally kick you out when
Yeah.
you need to go.
Yeah.
And you know, and I think about like that example. It's
Yeah.
like, I mean, it's wild.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I needed to G the fuck
Oh, yes.
because that place was no longer going to serve or work, and it was going to be
Yeah.
detriment.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so, even though that part is very dark, I just think in general it just would have gone dark,
Yeah.
whatever way,
Yeah.
and it was not where I was meant. And here I was able to express myself in another
Yeah.
way, start tapping into I was doing short films for fashion shows
Yeah.
before this whole concept of what's gone on recently
Yeah.
existed. You know, like I found different ways to work and communicate, and then
Yeah.
you know, also had the proximity of being here to make clothes for pop stars, doing
Yes.
Britney's
Yeah.
toxic
Yeah.
uniform, because you know,
Just
like here I am, like, you know, and it's like, oh, we have this idea, we want you to do it, we have 4 days, so it's like it was very possible to
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
make something happen.
Yeah.
And you know, and those were the kind of things that I really connected with.
Yeah.
And then they also connected with other people, and it was like a megaphone for my work.
Yeah.
That is
Wow,
whoa. That's
that's
like
so
literally full body
special.
chills. Like that's so crazy. And thank God. Like literally. 'Cause
No,
I'm like, wow.
literally.
That's
I'm gagged.
and not to ask like a tacky question,
Yeah.
but do you have any like projects or experiences or like moments that are really like, girl, like I was taking it? I'm sure you probably feel like that with a lot of your work, but just like anything that sticks out to you is like maybe your favorite thing. I hate to be like your favorite thing you've ever done, but like
Yeah.
just like moments, memories, things you made that you're like, girl,
So many.
I was feeling it. I'm
So
sure.
many.
I'm sure there's
Love
a million.
them all, honestly. I
Yeah.
have been so blessed
Yeah.
and so fortunate to be able to, first of all, with like performers, work with the best people that have ever existed and get to be so purely myself
Yeah.
with them in the sense of my work. And so it's like they are, like a megaphone to the
Yeah.
world,
Yeah.
you know, and to be able to, also help create and play with their image and magnify it through my work. It's been phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful to have that ability.
Yeah.
Obviously loved my history of my work, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very proud.
Yeah.
I'm very proud.
Yeah.
I'm very, very grateful and very proud to being able to feel like I've done it authentically.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know,
That's
done
so
this
wake
special.
that up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
way,
Literally.
You know,
Yeah.
good.
Yes.
100%.
You know, to
Well,
be able to
yeah.
feel that way, and it's like
Yeah.
whether people liked it or not, or sometimes they liked it much later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's, but I've just been genuine and pure with it, and that's what
Yeah.
I've tried to be.
Well, yeah, and I'm like, not a lot of people can say that genuinely.
yeah.
I'm like, so it is really so special when you can like look back on everything you've done and been like, hell the fuck yeah.
Yeah, and like I did
Like-
it how I wanted to do it. And
Yeah.
you've made so many people feel seen and so inspired by that, and that's just like so powerful.
So that's such a gift that I
Yeah.
feel so blessed to be able to
Yes.
be a part of in that way. That is like,
Yeah.
it's phenomenal, because once it's especially outside of myself and it affects other people, it's like
Yeah.
how lucky, what a lucky little fucker I
You're
am.
everything.
You know what
Like,
I
you're
mean?
literally everything.
Yeah.
You know what I
like,
mean? And I'm
serious.
so
Oh,
grateful for it,
yeah.
and so grateful,
Yeah.
honestly,
No.
and just
Yeah.
happy.
No, I'm like, I mean, it is really incredible when like, you know, when anyone like comes and like creates something and like
Yeah.
it impacts the world and like shifts culture. But then to know they're like a good person, like, you know what I mean?
Well, yes.
And like, I think that like it you know, when we first met you and we were like talking about like having you come on the podcast, I was like, my biggest thing was like, I just wanted people to know, and like, I know people will feel this way after they watch this. It's
Yeah.
just like how truly special of a person you are
Mhm.
and how genuine and kind and like loving you are, like truly.
Mhm.
And I think that it's so important for people to know that
Mhm.
because like there's again like especially sometimes, you know, it's everywhere in the world. I won't even just be like in Los Angeles, but sometimes I feel like people think to be important or create something they need to have all this ego and all this like attitude and all this like, oh, it's me, like, you know, like I did it, like it's me, like, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, no, there's actually another way. And like you know, it's proof right here, you sitting here. It's like I did this on my own, by my like, you know, through the community of other people like helping me, and my life looks like what it looks like because of how I acted and like how I
100%.
treated others. And it's like
100%.
I didn't have to go through the world being like, oh, like y'all like move out the way, like
Yeah.
you really you're so kind and like you just treat everyone the same, and it truly is so refreshing. It's so special. And like
it really is.
I don't know. It's like our audience, everyone's super sweet and super loving. Like,
Yeah.
when we meet.
Yeah.
And like, I do think like, you know, with just the culture of like the red pill, the incel, the this, the that, like people think that like, oh, I need to be tougher. I need to be this. And it's just like, no, you could be a great person and do great things.
and be yourself and do your things. Yeah, and we're just like so honored to have you. I think like I'll speak for both of us, but like it is really, really like humbling to kind of like have somebody so like with the career that you've had, with like the impact that you've had, and just to kind of like hear you talk about these things, hear about you as a person, like feel like your mind, body, spirit. Your mind, body, spirit alignment is fierce.
It's
like it
so
literally, like
correct.
I can
It's so
feel it every time we talk to you. I'm
correct.
literally like, wow, like, okay, and what do you do when you wake up? Like, what's your morning routine? Like, what's the tea?
Right.
Because
Lemon water, like what? Let
right,
us know.
yeah, like lemon water, like what's the 5-minute meditation? Because there is like an energy there that's so just like palpable and so comforting. And I think I'll speak for myself. I be saying it all the time, like when we have the privilege of guests coming through, and especially like artists, I think like, you know, growing up being like a young artist diva, like I think a lot of times we see like these kind of like icons, these people, and there's this kind of feeling of this huge separation between like who you may be as somebody who's like, oh, I really want to like do these things, and then who these kind of like grandiose, like larger than life figures are. And I think that's why a lot of like our questions, or like my questions, come from like a space of like, well, did you ever feel this? Like, did you ever feel that? Because, you know, I'm like, our girls be, y'all know y'all talented, you know, our girls be geeking, they're talented, they're girls just like us, you know, girls, days, boys, you know, all y'all, like they're just like us. And so I think it is just like so humbling to be able to like talk to you human to human and kind of like hear that back end, because it does kind of feel like it energetically bridges the gap a little bit. It makes it feel more like, okay, yeah, like I could just be a nice person and like do my shit too. Yeah,
it feels like very attainable and practical, and like it really is inspiring.
Yeah, it is. Like we're all humans,
in every
we're all
sense.
artists.
We're
like
all
wow,
humans, we're all
who would have
artists.
known?
But I'm like
who would have known?
Without doubt, your impact will be known for like, yes, the stuff you've made, but also like you as a
you
person,
are.
genuinely,
Yeah, seriously,
without doubts. Yeah,
you at least know you've made 2 impressions here. Like,
yes, I'm like, we love you, and I'm like, and they gonna love you too. Like,
right. I'm like, y'all know
the tea. All
But
right,
it's an honor. Seriously,
Yeah.
Thank you for coming and
Thank you
spilling,
for
and you're always
coming.
welcome. You know what I mean? We can
Yes.
wait, actually, hold on. In the name of the Kiki girl, we're talking about life, legacy.
Oh yes,
fashion. Yes, all these things. Girl, did you see Wicked?
The original first. I mean, I haven't seen the new one.
Yes, the part
Sorry.
one.
Yes,
part
yes,
one.
of course.
What did you think about Miss Wicked?
You know what? There's look, I love Wizard of Oz. I am
Right,
from
and Wake Got
Kansas
Up.
City, which becomes
Yes,
Kansas for
yes,
people.
yes,
So
yes.
she's been part of my story forever. You know, I
Yes.
mean, coming to New York, you mean like I'm from Kansas City. People are like, oh, Dorothy. You know,
right,
so like
right.
With the
I
red
have
shoes
lived
on.
with her
Yes.
my entire life.
Right.
And so I'm very, and I think it's such a perfect film. So I'm, you know, it's a little harder for me
Right.
in this
Yeah.
other retelling. Do I think they did a great
Yes.
job? Yes. I mean,
Yes.
Cynthia,
Oh my God.
unbelievable.
Girl.
Ari, unbelievable.
Like actually insane.
Yeah.
Mothers, really.
I'm not so. I mean, I watched it once on Broadway, and
Yes.
then
See,
many
well, and
many years,
hold on.
and forgot about it.
And let me say
what
this.
was going on.
No spoilers because
Yeah.
the girls haven't seen the
I haven't seen
musical.
part 2,
so we
I don't
can't
even
talk
know
about
what
the plot.
happened.
I don't remember.
Okay, perfect.
I don't remember. I just remember that
Well,
they
hold
were.
on, well, hold on,
Well,
well,
I
hold
actually
on.
thought they were sisters in the Broadway.
Okay, no, but I'm like, don't
My
even say nothing
recollection
about
was
the
that.
plot. Don't even say nothing because I'm like the girl. I've been holding it with the gated key.
Yeah.
literally.
I don't remember.
Okay, good.
I actually, when at the end of the film, I was like, this can't be over, right? Like, is there not
Oh, right.
another one? I was like,
Well, and then there's part 2.
I was like,
part 2.
And then so,
So if you dare to find it.
yeah.
Yeah, look to the western
to the
sky.
western
Look to the western
Right.
sky.
Like if only I could. Like if only I could, y'all.
No,
there would be
right.
signs.
Well, then what's like your favorite? Is The Wizard of Oz your favorite movie?
It's not my favorite movie of all time, but it's really.
What's your favorite movie of all
love
time?
it. I would say it's more of a trilogy of things, not of a movie, but like I have to say Blade Runner, the original, which affected me so profoundly when I saw it as a child. Then The Color Purple, which people probably would never expect, but that is
Wake
one of
that
my,
up.
and I watched it so many times at the theater when it came
Yeah.
out. I even in speech class did the dinner table scene that Whoopi did.
Right.
I mean, I was obsessed with that film. The still love that film, the visuals, and then John Waters' Hairspray. These are the three that I think were,
Yes, God.
as like a teenager, were the ones that were so from, well, Blade Runner came early because I would have been like around 7, something like that, 6, 7. And I saw that first time, but saw it repetitively after that. But especially Color Purple and Hairspray being in my teen years. And those films are the ones that kind of catch a lot of different things. I love sci-fi in general. I love all the sci-fis. I loved Star Wars, loved all those things.
Yeah.
I do love camp, and that's a John Waters
You're in a
moment.
safe space. Yes.
But I grew up on a farm, and that rule and that kind of Ernst, and that to me is then The Color Purple. I mean, even their farmhouse and the janky mailbox that he's rigged so she can't tell if she got any more letters from her sister. You know what I mean? Like all of that too is just kind of like, it just feels very indicative of the visual of where I came from in that sense. We didn't have a juke joint, but
Yeah.
um,
Right.
Right.
Right. I'm like, right. And that's okay. Wow. Loving that. And just loving you. Like obsessed with you. Like it's so serious. And just thank you for coming. Like we are just so
we're
honored.
just
We were
so thankful. Okay, we leave you with our last thing. Every time we have a guest on, we always ask, what's your neighborhood watch?
Yes.
Which is like could be anything, like literally anything, a song, a movie, any like
A note of advice.
a note of
Which
advice.
honestly would love that NC. And here I go. I'm still talking. Oh my God. But I honestly would love, because I'm like, I'm sure we got some fashion divas out there. I'm sure we got some girls like really, trying to make it pop for sure. And I'm like, if along with your neighborhood watch, you have any, for lack of a grandiose question, like advice for the girls or just like anything that you'd be like, girl, if this is you, like, this is what I would do maybe. Like, what would Jeremy do?
Honestly, I just think really people are going to tell you all their opinions about what they think you should do, what's right for you, or this is how you're going to break through, this is what you're going to do. You just need to follow your heart.
Right.
And it is such a, like, that's an old adage, but it's the truth.
It's true, yeah.
Because it's all really linked. It's like you expressing what is really genuine for you is, first of all, like your own frequency.
Yeah.
So that is you being you. And then B, you're also probably doing what makes you happiest. So that's going to resonate more. And that happiness already is the true success. But then that resonates and draws people in. And then that does create the success. So it's just really, it's about being you. And when they say like, I'm the best version of me I can be, and I'm the only, me, or however it's phrased or whatever, it's like, it's very, very true. And, that's why I don't really ever, worry about what other people do. Cause like no one can be me.
Yeah.
And like, I'm so good at being me.
Yes.
And I'm
Yeah.
so happy to be me and happy to share that. Not that I discount anyone else being them, but like I am me, and I just want to resonate being the most me I can for this world.
Yeah.
And so really it's such a, it's almost like, like Pollyanna, like just be happy, do what you want. But that's really what I'm
it's
saying.
true.
And that's what I would say about the clothes. It's like, where would you want to wear?
Yeah.
Because when you're like really excited about it, you just feel good and it resonates. And that's what comes through. These rules and things, it's all so arbitrary.
Right.
It's like, be you, be happy.
Be you. Be who you are for your pride.
No, like this about how me walking along the beach. Like this talk was very inspiring. Like genuinely, I'm like, girl, I'm about to cut my hair off. Like, I don't know. Wow, thank you. But your neighborhood watch too. Yes, we will take that as well.
I just went and saw that new film with Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone. Borginde? Or is it Borginde?
Sav.
Begonia.
Right. I'm like, Sav saw it. She liked it. Yes.
God dang, that one is like boom, wild.
Like boom.
Boom.
I've been hearing about it.
Wild. And I'm very into going to a movie not knowing much about it. Even if I start liking a trailer, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop watching it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I don't want to spoil anything, and that is one not to spoil. As Weapons was also.
Oh yeah.
Weapons was really like, wow, amazing.
Yeah.
Those are both two things that I saw recently that I was pretty floored by.
Wait, what's your like movie order? Like, do you get popcorn? You get soda?
No, I don't drink soda. I drink water.
Period.
Maybe sparkling water.
Period.
Very carbonated one.
Yes. Girl, I need to cut
Love
soda
a
too.
Topo Chico or a Saratoga.
Thank you.
Saratoga
Okay.
is what's in my fridge.
Thank you,
Glass
Saratoga.
bottles.
Oh,
trying to be
okay,
really
good to know.
healthy
Right,
about
right.
that.
Right. Forever over. Saratoga.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I do like salty, like better than sugary. So popcorn
Same.
I would like, but
that girl.
I'm really like movies. I'm just very like, okay, I'm focused on the movie and that's
wow.
it. I have a water to
Raw
stay,
dog,
make sure that I don't dehydrate.
Right.
But that is really it. I'm very, and I like get very lost into
Yes.
a movie, and sometimes people think I'm extra, and it's really not. It's just like I am like scared, or I'm so happy, or I'm sobbing,
Right.
or
Yes.
like I'm just very, my emotions are very closest to the surface, and
Yeah.
I get caught up in it. So yeah, I'm clutching the person
Cancer.
next to me,
Right.
or I get startled and scared real
Oh, you're
easy.
I'm
That's me, too.
That's me.
Mhm.
That's me.
We do be kind of screaming in the
we
theater a
do
little
be like,
bit.
Yeah.
Kind of like,
oh my gosh.
well,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So I mean, if anyone ever sees me in the theater, it's not a put on.
Right.
It's
No.
literally like
You're in flow state.
yes.
Like you're literally in
Yes.
flow state. Like, yes.
And it's I went and saw Weapons with a friend of mine's husband who I was in London, and he was like, after that he was like, why do you do that to yourself? Why do you go to a movie and let your like that you're I was like but then I
That's
wouldn't
the
see
point.
things.
But
I didn't
then-
know.
Right, that's
I mean,
the
poor
point.
thing, I had to like clutch his arm all the time. I was like
Respectful. Well, because that movie.
I mean, I
yeah.
did tell him right before. I want to just tell you, I react really strongly.
Right.
I don't know how this movie is, but I just want to please
Just
just
letting you
know
know.
that this is not a put on, and I know it might seem like over the top,
Right.
But because I'm very level, as you both know, in
Yes.
general. But then you put me into a cinema, especially if it's a scary or startling,
Right. Yes.
I mean, I think most people
Well,
can be like, "Oh, okay, you're crying. That's like quiet." I mean, it's like quaint, I guess, but the
Yeah.
Right.
no,
No, that
Wait,
was
this? I'm like, wait.
that was me with
yes.
Weapons too.
Right. Because I'm
That's
like, girl,
me.
that was tea.
That was
That was a self tape right there.
right. We're sending that in.
I'm like, girl,
Scream
don't worry.
queen.
scene.
No, like,
Our next Scream Queen.
like that was method, right?
Thank you.
Oh my God. Well, what's your neighborhood watch, girl?
My neighborhood watch is shit. What do I want my neighborhood
No,
watch
this
to
is always
be?
that sound like, oh,
What did I did see something recently that I enjoy? Oh
uh-oh. Did you enjoy it though?
no, what did I?
like, well, hold on.
Oh, you know what? I finally watched the new Superman movie,
You were talking about how.
and I really 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 liked it a lot. It was so good.
Okay, I'm loving that.
Yeah.
I'm loving that. I'm
It was
loving that.
it was Wake It Up.
Oh my God. And can I just like plug Wicked one more time? Like I did
Oh, yeah.
watch Wicked Part 1. I did. I watched it again a
You
couple
did,
days
and
ago.
we've been talking about it.
And genuinely, I was like, oh my God. Have y'all seen that film? We talk about it all the time on the podcast. Actually, like it needs to actually, they're going to send us a cease and
I'm
desist.
like, I
but
can't believe. Well, I need to add Wicked's memorabilia here.
yeah, we'll do a little 1-2 in the new. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, girl, I was watching that like, wow, beautiful gowns, like beautiful gowns. Like, I don't know. Actually, no, hold on. Because
right.
that's tired and corny. That's tired and corny and played out. I know. But the Wicked One Night Only. Get into the Wicked One Night Only.
Oh right, where
Where the
did
girls were
bust
singing, I
down.
cried every single time Cynthia Erivo sang. Like it was really just.
She
like,
is
oh.
just like next level.
Cynthia Erivo will be
Like
girl.
not,
Just know if I have anything to do with it, like
not of this world.
you will be in the history books. Just know that.
And
because I was
is.
like, wow, yeah, right. She already is, but I'll be selling them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
phenomenal.
she's insane.
Next
But
level.
yeah. Anyway, enough about Wicked.
Well, guys, is there anything you want to plug? Anything you want to talk about? That's
I
coming
mean,
up?
I want to know, do you ever use the nickname I gave you in Mexico? Do you go
Oh.
in and say, yes, matcha for Dom Top?
Dom
Well.
Top. Well,
no,
you know
let's
what's
wake
so
that
funny?
up. Let's wake that
I
up.
talked about it in our Mexico episode. I was like, guys, Jeremy gave me a nickname and it's Dom Top. And
Well, the
sometimes,
realness.
and sometimes people will, in the comments, y'all will call me Dom Top.
Well, and wake that up. No, because wake that
it's my
up.
favorite. It's my favorite nickname I've ever been given.
No, and wake that up. And wake that up.
So
I'm like,
good.
accurate. Hey.
Like Dom Top.
period. I'm like,
I love that latte for Dom Top.
literally,
Latte for Dom
right?
Top.
With the cold foam top, literally. Like now it's all top times two. Top times two for
Dom
real.
Top.
But thank you for coming.
Oh, my pleasure.
Wait, where can the kids find you? Do you want to be found? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Instagram or all the
Instagram is
things.
always, the T for me,
Right,
I guess.
And the girls will find you.
Yes, Jeremy Scott, at
Period.
Jeremy Scott.
First and last.
Like and
Thank you.
subscribe.
Right. Like, comment, and subscribe. Right. Go over there and let her know. Tell us something nice over there for us, okay, guys? Seriously.
Yes.
So we're just so grateful and thank you for coming. We
Oh,
really
my
appreciate
pleasure.
it.
For having
Oh,
me.
And anytime. No, I'm literally like anytime, girl.
We
Like
love you so
you're up in the
much.
area, just let us know. Like we love you.
We love you so much.
Likewise.
Oh, and it's just like, all right, y'all.
Guys, we love y'all too. Okay.
Next Wednesday,
And we'll see you
okay?
next Wednesday. Love you guys so much and have a wonderful week. Bye.
A kiss.